Hello and welcome to this second game from UK Thrones War with me, Rebecca Walker, and joined by my lovely husband Richard Walker.
G'day.
G'day. And on the left then we have George Anchors playing Greyjoy Stag, and on the right we have Callum Gillespie playing Bara Alliance Qohor Rose. Fun fact for you, there was also another Greyjoy Stag versus Bara Alliance Qohor Rose going on at the same time as this in round 2, 3, I think this is.
Yeah, Simon Armitage against Franca.
Which really confused me when I was trying to figure out who was in this game.
Yeah. It turns out it's George Anchors in his very pretty sailor's top against Callum in his yellow Bara top, sitting next to apparently Jimmy Savile in his golden tracksuit. I don't know. But,
was Jimmy Savile known for wearing golden tracksuits?
Yeah, he was.
Was he? Oh, okay, I didn't know that. You know it's Rowan, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Sorry, Rowan.
I can tell because he's got his power tokens are the badges.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what Rowan always uses.
So,
there you go. Sorry, Rowan.
So, opening plots at the gates.
Of course.
×2.
Of course.
George's setup doesn't seem wonderful. He's obviously mulliganed before this because setting up Corraine and a Vince is not ideal.
Nope.
He would have liked economy and to not set up Vince. That seems bad. So he's open at the gates to get a great haul. And Callum has got Gates of the Moon. Callum's set up with a little belly, got an arrogant contender, Dragonstone Faithful, and the Stormlands Fiefdom, which is 8 gold, 3 cards. Seems okay.
It's acceptable, isn't it? And getting the Gates of the Moon is going to set Callum up for the rest of the game economy-wise.
Going to help George too.
Although it does help George too, was my second point. Although George apparently didn't have anything particularly good in hand if he had to set up a Vince. Maybe he'll draw up into something nicer.
He could just have high cost characters, which, you know, he could either maybe only set up 6 or 7 costers. Yeah. Balon, Victarion,
and no economy apparently,
Euron.
so.
That's right, yeah, because if Vince is his lowest cost Chud. But Callum first, we've got another Chud out.
Having a bit of a chunk there. Oh, okay, Green Apple Knight.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got one of the Knight out at the moment. Bit of milk there on Corraine.
Yeah.
What does Corraine do again? Can you remind me?
You kneel him and a warship you control to kneel a character controlled by the opponent and a location.
It's also worth noting that Callum has been playing the Greyjoy Stag a little bit himself. He knows what the deck does. And George also knew about Callum's deck and basically what Callum's deck would be probably doing. So the decks are kind of known to each other beforehand, which, I don't know, if you both know the other person's deck, is it really an advantage?
No.
You just kind of know what to expect, I guess.
Well, you have an idea of what it wants to achieve at least, which is arguably most important. But you don't know the small changes that the opponent made.
No.
So, for example, Callum might be expecting one thing, like an event, for example, that he used to play in the Greyjoy Stag, but George might have got rid of that event and replaced it with something else.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I think that's probably the most likely thing that would throw someone off.
We do have here a nice little marshalling from George, managing to get Euron with a dupe, and the silence, of course, coming out with that as well. Callum got a Hedge Knight out, which means that the Green Apple Knight no longer has to kneel, so he can do that intrigue and military non-kneeling. The Hedge Knight, of course, because there are other knights on the board, also gains a power icon and +1 strength. So Callum here doing the intrigue, which goes through unopposed from the Green Apple Knight, and taking claim of a Victarion. Nice hit.
Very good. Callum does have one attachment on the board, but I suspect he's not going to cohort that off unless he really wants to blank Euron.
The military there defended by Corraine and Vince. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world if Vince is taken for claim, at least in the dead pile, and can start doing stuff maybe later, but
I guess
because
George doesn't want to leave his board short because I don't think Callum would be running March, but if he was, that would hurt George.
Yeah. And George are going in for a power with Euron. And intimidating Dragonstone faithful.
Scary.
Kneeling silence to put out. Is it Lyseni Galley? Is that how you say it?
Yep.
To give Euron stealth.
I think he get +1 strength as well.
Okay. Stealthing past the Green Apple Knight with the intrigue challenge there. And that challenge going through. Claiming... what's that? The...
I didn't see.
Crossroads? No.
Hollow Hill? Could be anything. I didn't really see it. Sorry, love.
That's alright.
It was just too quick.
I'll let you off.
And I'm a slow old man.
That's true. Basically. But it's okay. We don't blame you for it.
Blame me? Why would you blame someone for just being old? Surely you just pity them.
That too.
Cool. Next round
Dominance went
plots.
to Callum.
What are we going to do? What's going to happen?
Wildfire!
What?
Would be a really bad idea. We've got trade routes from Callum going into barring the gates, I think, from George. I guess George has barring in for other decks and knowing it's not really going to do much against Callum, just plays it now for the decent gold.
Yeah, possible.
And Callum's trade routes there. I mean, there's 6 locations out. That's a decent amount. Plus the gold that he's getting from all the other locations as well. He's getting a lot of gold here.
Yeah, he's going to get what? 12 gold.
Yeah, sounds right.
And he got reducers on the board. So I guess you really want to get something on the board now.
Yeah, it seems a little bit risky. I mean, he's already got 5 characters out. You don't want to put too many more characters, otherwise you're prompting the reset. Unless that's what he's after. Maybe he's trying to force George to reset.
Possibly. Yeah, it does seem a little early. But, you know, what do I know? I'm no Bara Rose Qohor expert, so...
Ooh, Crescent. Nice. So Crescent taking the milk off there. And then Wendy. Stealth's always good.
So Creston good, going to control some of those attachments that Callum's going to be playing. We know he's playing milk. If he is playing things like hunting accident, Creston can deal with that.
Is that a condition?
Yeah.
Oh.
Weird, isn't it? Oh, I've had a hunting accident. Oh, what a terrible affliction.
I mean, you know, getting pierced by a boar. I guess it's a condition that you're bleeding internally.
I guess that is kind of true. A very good way to think of it, Mrs. Walker.
I learned from the best, Mr. Walker.
So it looks like Callum just wanted to get out Davos and the Cancer Lancer.
The Cancer Lancer? You mean the Vanguard?
Vanguard, that's it.
So no bigs? Wow, he's really going for it. I find that really risky. I'd have kept a few more cards in hand. And I think that's all of his cards out of his hand now. I'm not sure that's the optimal way to play the game. Don't give that look.
Oh, look at you, passing judgment.
Oh no, but like generally you don't
You're
blow
thinking
your
of the
entire
idea
hand
of
and fill out the board.
keeping your hand for a potential reset.
I mean, it is Greyjoy. They're kind of known for their resets.
Greyjoy Stag, I think, did not run the normal reset. I don't know if it ran Valar Morghulis and Iron Mines, but I think Callum and Adam's version ran Iron Mines over Vince.
Okay.
and it might have run Morgulith, I'm not sure. I think it definitely ran a reset though. But irrespective, it looks like Callum's going to have enough to win challenges. Those green apple knights must be pretty strong.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. There's quite a lot of knights on the board, so...
There's 7 knights.
Oh, wow.
So what, 7 strength each? So Callum's going to win military and intrigue on offense. Probably not going to Qohor. He doesn't have enough attachment that he really going to get value of the Qohor banner. At this stage anyway.
Yeah, he could use with a few more.
He's clearly just drawn a load of low-end chud.
And with the power challenge, there's nothing to take anyway. So...
Power challenge?
Yeah, like if he does a power challenge...
If he does.
Yeah, there's no power for him to take from George. So,
yeah, well, he doesn't really have that much in power icons. But then, nor does George.
He's got stealth.
True.
But George passed his challenges, and he's just defending Callum's challenges. So, in doing this... Oh, risen. Interesting. I guess he knows that Callum's not got a hand's judgment. And in doing this, although Callum is winning challenges, he's stopping Callum from actually gaining any power. Callum doesn't have any dupes on the board. He doesn't have any renowned characters either.
Yeah, George is slowing him down. Classic defensive play.
Yeah, so there's no point Callum doing another challenge. It's not going to achieve anything. He wins Dom anyway.
Not the most exciting thing to watch for, game purposes, but very good for educational purposes.
Yeah, I mean, I think George is doing well in just making sure that Callum doesn't gain power too quickly. I mean, we're 12 minutes in, and only 1 power's been gained. Well, it's 1-0 even.
But sometimes it's defensive play like that, which just keep you in the game, keep your opponent low on power, so you can come through in the mid to late game.
Well, that's what a lot of the things like Lanny Shadows does, and Martell obviously does that a lot. Just sort of lets the other person, flail around for a bit, and then comes back after they're all set up and punches them in the face. So they're pretty quick with their plots at least. So the third plot, outwit into the King of the North.
George trying to outwit the King of the North, that doesn't really happen.
Callum's not got a king either though, is he?
Callum got a lot of good passive effects. Well, he got the Green Apple Knights. And I guess that's all he wants.
Yeah. He might have been, because that's one of the, is it Old Gate, Kingsgate? So but that works on power on her.
He needs 5 power on his
I forgot why that was so shit. Yeah, again, I feel like I might have kept those cards in hand. There's no reason to play them. Don't you agree? You've been very quiet. Is it because it's Callum and you don't want to upset Callum?
No, I mean,
He won't mind. We'll just give him a Jaffa cake or something.
I don't know. I'm interested to see what his rationale is. So, I mean, that's what? 8 strength each? So many knights on the board. So, yeah, 16 strength military challenge. Wendy dies. Why does he kill Windermere?
Yeah, why didn't he kill Vince?
Yeah, you could kill Vince and then you can kill Windermere with Vince later.
After Wendy's been used.
And then you've got a standing Vince. Of course, not this round, but...
What's that?
Because the King in the North. That's King Beyond the Wall.
What does it do?
Well, for Callum purposes, it gives him the King trait.
Yeah, but what else does it do?
Don't know.
Helpful.
Draws cards, I think. But every out of action location you have, of which Callum has none.
Neutrals don't count them.
Nope.
Ooh, takes the Risen. That could be important. That's 2 Risens gone then. Again, is it worth him doing the power? Maybe just to kneel out one of those characters. Good to do like a little chump power challenge with the Vanguard, maybe. So he does the power challenge with Davos. I think I'd have been tempted to stealth Crescent there. It doesn't matter anyway. George passing.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. What would matter now is if Callum gets reset. He doesn't have anything in hand. And his ability to come back is... There you go.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I would have kept those 2 cards in hand last turn so that I'd have something in hand for this turn. So Callum they're drawing 2 cards from his When You Die. Davos coming back to hand. And also the attachment. And everything else dies. Euron had a dupe, so he's still on board. So the Risen from hand was quite important for Callum that last turn.
Yep. Yes, it was. It's almost like we restart the game again, but with locations in play now. And the odd character.
Which means that George is ahead. He has more locations. He's got an Iron Gate, so he can sack that for cards if he gets first player. Callum there obviously just drew a Great Hall, playing out the Davos that he had out earlier. And he must have just drawn that as well. So keeping cards in hand. Still got 2 gold. I wonder what it's got in hand still. Because they're going to be lost, right? Because of the When You Die.
Yeah, that's correct.
Ooh, that's a big.
Indeed. Alright, so both of George's characters have stealth now. Which means Davos can't win a military. By stealthing. Which is important because Callum put 2 claim.
Yeah, so Callum can't actually win anything now, can he?
Well, George has to defend. Because that also stops the cohort trigger. He's not going to take any risk. Fully defend it. Going to trigger some keywords and stuff.
Yeah, I guess he gets to use Ash's ability at least.
What do you take? A raiding longship?
He changed his mind.
Yeah, I had to think about it. Maybe with a bit quick.
He just needs a boat, right? A warship.
What do you take at this stage?
From what I could see, I think he only had locations to choose from. So a warship to work with Euron makes sense. Callum they're able to do a power challenge that was unopposed. George had nothing to take anyway. And then Callum also winning Dom.
I mean, if George took a warship, he would have stood Euron and then defended the power challenge to avoid the... Oh, he had no power to lose anyway, right?
I have a question.
Yeah?
So I just noticed that Callum discarded a bodyguard. Could he have put the bodyguard on Euron and then used the cohort trigger to swap it out, maybe?
Maybe, yeah.
Can you put a bodyguard on someone else's character?
I assume so. I don't think it says character you control. I think it just says Lord or Lady character only.
Yeah, so I don't know if that would have been a good play, but I guess he could have done that. But then George wouldn't have had to have defended with both, I guess. Would be the only issue.
What do you mean?
So if one of the characters had a bodyguard, it wouldn't matter if Callum's military got through because he'd be able to use bodyguard to save one of them.
Callum still controls the bodyguard. So Callum doesn't... He obviously wouldn't trigger the reaction.
So then you could have used the bodyguard and that would have been a good play, right?
Yep.
Ah! It's not normally me that thinks of these things.
This is why I'm not very good with agendas like Qohor. I just don't have that sort of creativity in which to use things like that. I'm much more of a linear I have a game plan in my mind.
Punch him in the face and hope it works.
Not necessarily like that, but I have an idea of a game plan. And things outside of that doesn't always come to my mind naturally.
So basically, listeners, if you're facing Richard, he's not playing anything clever or sneaky.
I might be. As long as I've practiced it and I know what I'm doing. Like dogs, isn't it? That's quite sneaky.
Yeah. Ooh, Randall.
Have that for top decks.
And our favourite dude.
So George got Gold Good Brother.
What does he do?
He's the one when the location hits your opponent discard pile, he can stand. He triggered his Iron Gate for cards. Possibly looking for a warship.
Would make sense. Oh, Callum can trigger his Kingsgate now, right?
Yep.
But better to do it after the Intrigue Challenge.
Yeah, what if George is going to blow something up? Maiden Bane.
That's just mean.
That is horrible.
Ooh. As we do not say, right?
Yep.
That
yeah,
sucks. Okay,
yeah,
maybe you won't be
George played that entire sequence very, very well.
Ooh, look at that pillage as well.
Got his sequencing spot on. Got both characters stood. Got the boat stood.
So Maiden's Bane is just going to keep restanding every time Masha gets an unopposed challenge through, right?
Correct.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah, it is.
And Randall there getting intimidated.
Yeah, Callum might be ahead now, but there's a little bit of trouble.
I think it's taken him a little while to get into it, but I think George is now ready to take control of the game.
Got bigs in it. Callum can't get enough attachment and win challenges to trigger Qohor to control those big characters.
He's got a military with Euron and what's his name? Gerald.
Gorold. Right there.
It just sounds like he's saying Gerald, but with like a bit of a
You're gonna Game of Thrones.
Like you've been to the dentist and had an injection for your teeth, and then you're trying to say Gerald, and you're like Gorold.
I see.
Don't you think?
You're basically saying it's, a really dumb way of saying Gerald.
Yeah, they should just call him Gerald. Ooh, Randall's dead.
Sadly for Gold, Randall's dead.
Oh no, he's not. Oh no, it's a pillage. Okay, I think.
That was a pillage.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
George was hoping for a location so he could stand Gold.
Does Gold have renown?
Yeah.
Ah, what a bastard.
What? Sometimes I wonder if you even look at cards when they come out.
Oh, I used to. There's just too many. And my memory's not very good. I can barely remember the people that we play with.
Well, you're not going to have to worry about this anymore because there's only one more box coming out.
Woo! Maybe by this time next year I'll have remembered all the cards that have come out.
Yeah, unfortunately you're going to have no one to play with.
Yeah, well. Got you.
You don't play anyway.
Might do.
Because you get upset every time I beat you.
What? That never happens.
You cry and stamp out of the room.
You little bullshitter. It's okay, honey. I won't tell everyone about how I beat you every time we play. First snow of winter into Valadi. Yeah, that worked out alright.
Yeah, George obviously decided he just wanted to keep Euron. Which makes sense. He's going to be first player, it seems.
And he gets to use Euron in multiple challenges. And good for Callum, actually, because he gets to keep a 6 and a 4 coster, so it works well on the first snow turn. Opt. Right. Well, that worked out well. Oh, is that Robert's Warhammer?
That's just a Warhammer.
Just a Warhammer.
Asher gets intimidated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
2 intimidates.
yeah, 2 intimidates, an Iron Fleet Scout, Silence to stun Euron, Maiden's Bane to stand either Asher or Euron. So
Callum is fucked.
yeah, I think the players to go in with Intrigue, Intimidate,
Everyone.
intimidate something down.
But you know what, honey? Although they both have Intimidate, right? You can only intimidate once.
Yeah, well, what I was going to say is they're both going to have stealth as well.
Yeah, because of
So
the
you go in with
Vicinity
Intrigue,
thingy.
you intimidate down Davos, and then if you can stand them both, it's just going to be bad news, right? Here comes the
Oh,
boat.
Kraken.
Stands Euron.
Oh, here we go.
Maiden's Bane to stand Asher.
Yeah.
Great Kraken takes power. Ooh,
It's
gonna
going to be quick
speedy
now, isn't it?
yeah.
And the unopposed. Nothing to claim. Pillage. There's quite a few in there now.
Does Callum have cards in hand, or did he play them both?
No, he's not got any.
You don't really have to worry about the Vandal thing. So you can intimidate him if you wish.
I think intimidating Davos makes sense because Davos has stealth,
Yeah, agreed.
and now he can do the military or the power, stealthing both of those.
Yep.
Asher will restand, and then just stealth past the last person. So we've got a military, stealthing both. We've got the Kraken reaction. We've got the Maiden's Bane reaction. We get an opposed. Military claim. And intimidate Randall. And then George can just do the power stealthing. And Maiden's Bane is ridiculous. Jesus. So that's unopposed and claim. Can't trigger the Kraken again though.
Definitely a Maiden Bane. Bane of Callum's life.
Intimidate, Asher's pillage, Asher's reaction. Asher's been in 3 challenges and he's just still stood up.
Yep, that's the Maiden Bane combo. With Warhammer as well, giving her an extra keyword.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
How much does Warhammer cost?
1.
Pretty good. 1 cost for a keyword.
Yeah, I agree. Pretty good.
So,
If George can control initiative, he's got a good chance of closing it out this next round.
yeah.
Yes. So what do you play? We take Westeros, 4th March.
We take West. Oh, it's the last plot anyway.
There you go.
So we take Westeros into Turn for the King.
Yeah, really high initiative. He's going to go first. He's going to
Just
have
do
2
the same
stealth,
again, right?
2 intimidate. Of course.
So I hear Callum at the end of this game saying, well, George was like, yeah, it'd be funny to take your gate. And then at the end of the game, Callum was like, I was happy for you to take that because it's one less card for you to search with Asher.
Yeah, but it does have a nice little synergy with Gold, Good Brother, because you sack it, your location enters your opponent's discard pile, and you can stand your gold. So,
That's quite funny. Not that Gold's on the board, but you know.
No. He could become one, back on the board soon.
Isn't he dead?
No, you got Valar Deed.
Yeah, could do.
I doubt George is running him more than one off. Meow, meow, meow.
Well, that's what you would say normally about murmur.
Yep.
And we saw in the last game, there's at least 2 of them. Littlefinger?
Yeah.
Gosh, how long has it been since I've seen a Littlefinger in someone's deck?
And I wouldn't be surprised if there was more than one Mew in George's deck, because he's running out with.
Yeah, that's true.
So, is multiple Mew a sign of an outwit in the deck?
Maybe.
Maybe.
So I cannot remember the last time I saw Littlefinger in someone's deck.
Well, you can't remember the last time you bloody played the game, so I'm not surprised.
I think it was Thrones War.
Yep. everybody watching this starting to disregard your opinion because you don't play anymore.
I do play. I've just been busy. I went on a honeymoon. So we've got the intrigue. Callum considering.
Oh my.
What's that raining longship?
Yep.
Seems good. So Great Kraken reacts. Bane's Bane. And then we get our unopposed. Claim of Bob. I guess he couldn't quite afford him, maybe? I don't know. He should have been able to afford him, shouldn't he?
No.
No?
You need to go.
And a Great Hall. Oh, maybe he got that from Littlefinger.
Can't work wonders and shit miracles, love.
Grey Ghost comes out and says that those dudes at the back can't defend. And then we do the power. So that would be Great Kraken, unopposed, claim, and all that jazz.
Oof. Well, that was brutal in the end. Just when you think George has died pretty badly.
Yeah, it was quite slow at the beginning, wasn't it?
But I think Callum overextended his board right into that Valar Morghulis. Perhaps he wasn't expecting the Valar Morghulis. Perhaps it'd be interesting to go back and look at what his original deck ran,
Yeah.
and if that was a change that threw him off guard. So yeah, you'd have to say it might have been a mistake to overextend. But George,
we live and learn, right?
But George played it well, right?
Yeah, he did a good job. He had some really nice little interactions there.
Really nice little interaction. Asher and Maiden Bane.
Asher
and Maiden Bane. Asher and
Euron,
Maiden Bane. Asher and Maiden Bane.
Silence. And the Lyseni Galley, I think that little combination. And the Warhammer. Just that whole combination was just, well, brutal.
It was sick, bro.
That too.
Sick. That was lit, fam.
In any case, let's round this up. So,
Pure flames.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone for watching the video. Thanks as always to our patrons for supporting the channel. If you would like
for putting up with our commentary.
Yeah. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/the White Walkers.
You can do that.
Yeah, you could. And I'll try and get the third game out as soon as we can.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We could do the third game and we could do some words and you can listen.
Great.
Goodbye.
Bye.